How's it going, YouTube? My name is Mike. This channel is Health and Wealth. Thank you so much for joining me today. We are talking about MSTY. We're talking about MSTR. Michael Saylor, a little Bitcoin. I hope you're having a good week. Today is Friday, June the 20th. And man, it was a rough week of work. We had a lot of good people let go. Not good, right? Really brings life into reality. Been a tough week, been a tough year in the industry, and been a tough year for a lot of people. So today I reflect about why am I investing, what am I doing, and I'm thinking today I'm looking at my portfolio and I think, you know what, that's enough to live for over a year if everything kind of came to the end at work. And so I think, I'm doing this to invest for the future. I'm doing this to invest for my kids' future, my future, retirement, all of that stuff. But what if work just called me up into a random meeting? Hey, we got a meeting right now, and fired me. Would I be okay? And I looked at my account. I would be okay. I would be okay for a year. That's with no work, doing nothing to make money. I would be okay for a year for sure. But that's what I'm doing this for, right? I want to grow that account. I want to grow everything I do here to be able to afford life for the what if. And I think it's important that for me, I take that into perspective, right? I've got good friends that were let go recently, and I've always said to them, "What are you doing to protect yourself for if this ever happens?" And it's happened, right? So I'm sure a lot of you share kind of the same sentiment, and same things have happened to you in your life or your friend's life, and somebody that's gone through that too. So today I want to talk about Mister. I want to talk about Bitcoin, because this is where I'm putting almost all of my money right now into these types of investments. Super risky, but paying me a monthly distribution so far, which has been good, and I hope that it continues to be good in the future. If you don't know much about the channel, I talk predominantly about yield max. I talk predominantly about high yield distributing payments, and how they're doing. So I've actually got a whole thing here for you guys. I hope you enjoy the content. And if you do, hit the like button. While I'm saying this, I'm going to bring this down here. I've got Mister's price open right here. They had a bit of a day today. They got sued. I don't know if you know, but they tend to get sued often, Mister. And their share price dipped down to $365 today, but it's come back up here to reality. Up just a slight amount, but over the last 5 days here, down a little bit, and over the last month, down 11% in share price. Still very, very volatile. Now, I've got a whole bunch of screenshots I'd love to share with you here. Let me just open them up. First one I'm looking at here is actually, it's not allowing me to open it. Give me 1 second here. First one I've got here is actually the lawsuit. I don't know if that would be something you want to look at, but let's take a look at it here. I'm going to bring it up on the screen. So MicroStrategy Incorporated, Mr. Investors who lost money have the opportunity to lead securities fraud lawsuits. So shareholders with losses of $100,000 or more, wow, are encouraged to contact the firm. This is today, right? Announces that investors with losses have opportunity to lead the securities fraud class action lawsuit against MicroStrategy Incorporated. If you suffered a loss on your strategy investments, click here before July 15, 2025. The complaint file alleges, this is a very important word in legal world, right? Alleges that between April 30th, 2024 and April 4th, 2025, so just under a year, defendants failed to disclose the investors that the anticipated profitability of the company's Bitcoin-focused investment strategy and treasury operations was overstated. Okay. The various risks associated with Bitcoin's volatility and the magnitude of losses strategy could recognize on the value of its digital assets following its adoption of ASU 2023-08 were understated, and as a result, defendants' positive statements about the company's business operations and prospects were materially misleading and or lacked a reasonable basis of all relevant times. Let's take a look at those dates. What is it? April 30th to April 4th. Okay. All right, so let's go look at the share price over that time, all right? April 30th, 2024, and they're suing them because they understated the risk. Okay, so April 30th, 2024. Let's go right here to April what is it? April 4th, 2025. So they're suing them for any losses. You see what I'm doing right now? There we go. So the share price went up 128% in that time. So they're suing them because they weren't aware that there could be risk in a stock. I don't know. I just don't see this lawsuit going anywhere. That sounds ridiculous. The share price went up 128%. You gained over 100% of the value of your share. I don't think I would be suing if I made 128% in that period of time. Personally, I wouldn't. I don't know about you, but I guess people are crazy, right? For me, I'm ignoring that lawsuit, personally. I've got a bunch of other screenshots here I think you might find interesting. Let's go to this one. This is actually some analysts and the ratings of the stock itself, right? So right now it's on a strong buy. The average analyst price of this stock right now is $524.92. The lowest is all the way down at $175, but the average is at 524, right? Now the highest is 650. They are anticipating big things, but I mean, as Bitcoin goes, this should go too, you think? But it has a 12 people are saying buy, 0 people are saying hold, 1 person says get out of there. They say sell. That's the $175 price target. I don't know if you guys ever look at this stuff, but if you do, I like clicking on their names to see what their track record is. Before I really put a lot of weight in behind with what they say. You know, you can actually click their name. It will tell you their track record. That's kind of interesting, eh? Where did I find that? On my broker's website. Yeah, this one's pretty cool too. This is all by Questrade, by the way. This is a smart score. So it's a 4 analyst. I think it kind of makes sense, right? It's a Bitcoin play. Bitcoin play. So people in the investment world are not huge into Bitcoin yet, and so they still think it's super risky, which it is. That makes sense to me. So that number 4 right there makes sense as well. Although analyst rating strong buy, right? We just talked about that. Blogger opinions bullish, right? Sentiment 63%, sector average is 68%. Hedge fund activity recently has been decreased. Insider activity, there's been $36.48 million in sold shares in the last 3 months. What else? Sentiment negative. It's just gone down just a slight amount, though. Not anything crazy. New sentiment neutral. Technicals are positive, 151%. 20 days, 200-day, and 12-month change. And then fundamentals. I know I'm just gonna I'll move my face out of your way here. Return on equity minus 29%. Asset growth 591%. Unbelievable. So for me, I mean, so far it's looking good. That lawsuit, I mean, I'm not a judge here or anything, but that lawsuit looks pretty trash to me. I also pulled up the options on MSTR here because this is where we make money in terms of MSTY when it comes to our distributions. And so this is closing out next week, June 27th. Current share price, what was it? $369. You know, I have to go look. I gotta go look. You guys tell me. Can you tell me? $369. That's the one. Yeah. I mean, if we wrote a strike price at $377, you know, you got $8 in upside right there. Over 100 shares, one contract. That's $800 in upside. Plus, you would get $605 in premium. Like, that's pretty darn good. I mean, still extremely volatile here. So what are we looking at with MSTR? I mean, it's looking good to me, that's for sure. I'll bring this back up on the screen here. That lawsuit, I mean, I saw somebody, what do you think about the lawsuit? I don't think much about it. It doesn't hold a lot of weight, especially seeing as the stock went up 128%. But that happens all the time with these companies. They get sued for ridiculous things, and I mean, that appears to be a ridiculous thing to get sued for. MSTY share price just hanging out over the last month here, down 13%. But I mean, MSTR is also down in that same period of time, 11%, right? So MSTY down just a couple percent more. But we hope that Mr. starts working its way back up. Bitcoin's just kind of hanging around. Let's go look at Bitcoin's share price right now. Should we call the share price? 103,000. I bought more Bitcoin today, by the way. I was pretty excited. I got my $100 payday, transfer day. Paid my $100 into Bitcoin. I don't know how much I have. I'm up like 7%. Nothing to write home about so far. But I mean, if we take a look at this over the last 5 days, it's just kind of hung out. It went all the way up to 108,000 and now down to 103. It appears to be hitting a new wall. It's what it did for the last couple of months at 100,000, right? 95,000. So is this the new wall? Let's go, right? Let's keep buying. I mean, I shouldn't tell you what to do. I'm talking to myself here. Let's keep buying, Mike. And that's what I'm doing. Michael Saylor has bought more Bitcoin recently, actually. It'll bring me over here. Hi, how's it going? And I did have this open, but I kind of just zoomed out a little bit. I actually zoomed right into the last purchase right here. And so it says Strategy has acquired 10,100 Bitcoin for $1.5 billion at $104,000 per Bitcoin, has achieved Bitcoin yield of 19.1% year to date in 2025. As of June 15th, we total 592,100 Bitcoin acquired at $41.84 billion, and the average price is 70,666. So you're feeling pretty good, right? If they were to sell all that, that'd be a flood on the market, but they would definitely be up, $30,000 per Bitcoin, roughly. That's pretty massive. Just personally here, I mean, I'm going to share this with you guys. I have recently bought more MSTY. I did make a huge change. I sold my NVIDIA when the war talk started. Didn't pan out to be a good thing for me because NVIDIA didn't do anything up or down. But that's okay. I took that money. I bought MSTY with it. So now I'm up to 316 shares of it. I do have a goal. My goal is 500 shares, and then I'm capping it. Do you guys cap? Do you ever cap and then go buy something else with the distributions, or pay for life with the distributions? Because that's what I do. I'm capping it at 500. So far I've had it for 12 months. My total investment into MSTY is $7,941. Its current market value, if I was to sell today, would be $6,522. So that's a bit of a loss, right? Total distribution received, I'll ignore the Canadian one, go to the US, $3,548. My unrealized return on capital is 54% because I haven't sold. In terms of that distribution, sorry. All right, now that doesn't factor in that I keep buying, right? So that's not necessarily a true number there. It's something to think about, though. So my average price on MSTY is $25.13. With that recent purchase of like 60, I think it was 69 shares for real. With that recent purchase, it brought my average price down just over $1. Actually, it was $26.42 before, so now we're down to $25.13. Its current share price is $20.64. So my unrealized loss is 18%. I'm not selling. I'm just accumulating until I get to 500. At that point, I'm going to take the 500 divided by whatever the average of these are, right? I think it's like $2 and some odd cents. $2.55 so far. Can I do this? Yeah, there it is. $2.55. Take that 500. It's going to be what, $1,000 a month, maybe, if we can keep that $2.55 average. Let's say we don't. Let's say we make it $1 average, right? $500 a month. Go take that, put it into something else. That's the plan here. And I think I should be able to get to 500 here within the next 2, maybe 3 months. So that's the plan. What's your plan? Are you planning on capping? What are you doing? Are you taking it to a certain number and then you're going to cap it? I mean, for me, it's good to keep accumulating, but I need to have a plan where I start stacking the cash portion of it and building another piece of my castle. This video's kind of been all over the place, but that's on purpose. There's a lot to talk about when it comes to MSTY and Mr. and I'm excited about the future of it. I don't know about you. Lately, it's been slowing down a little bit, right? Share price is just kind of hanging out, but so has Mr. So has Bitcoin. And do we anticipate Bitcoin is going to hang around forever at 103,000? I don't think so, right? Michael Saylor sees it going all the way up to $13 million a coin in the next, 10 years, 20 years? That's why I keep buying Bitcoin. That's my future bank account. I'm not touching it for at least 5, but hopefully 10 years. And we're going to see where it's at. We're going to see where it's at just a little bit at a time as we go here. Same with Misty to 500 shares. And then after that, who knows? I don't know what my next option is going to be. Maybe Alti. We'll see what Alti's doing 3-4 months from now. My name is Mike. If you enjoyed the content, I hope you hit the like, the subscribe, and the join button down below. You guys are awesome. I hope to talk to you again maybe tomorrow for a live. Have a great night. Bye for now.